Dog Rescue is dedicated to saving dogs abandoned in the Everglades. The urgency of reaching out to the community for financial contributions and dog adoption have greatly increased. Join us on Sunday, February 18th from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at Anthony's Cold Fire Pizza, 115 Northeast 6th Avenue in Delray Beach, for a Give Back Sunday. 20% of all dine-in and carry-out will be donated back by mention of this promo. For more information or to make a donation, contact Everglades Angels Dog Rescue at 800-511-DOGS or evergladesangelsdogrescue.org.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Hi, this is Muriel Weiner, creator of Design Aligners. Welcome to my new show, Muriel Uncluttered. It's been my experience as I go through my own life clutter that the universe will always bring me something to make a bigger mess. My vision is to bring people to this show with tools to unclutter your life and to bring you to a place of faith, not fear. If you'd like to be on my show, you can call me at 1-888-565-1470. Or you can email me at Muriel@designaligners, that's DESIGNERLINERS.com. Don't forget the S. My goodness, hi everybody, this is Muriel Weiner, and this is Muriel Uncluttered, sponsored by Design Aligners. That's mine too. I'm with Dawn here. First of all, I should tell you that my guest has not yet shown. I'm bringing a doctor on tonight, and the doctor is in session, so I hope that he'll show. How are you tonight, Dawn?
I'm good. I feel like I'm Lucy and Snoopy. The doctor is in session, so I'm the villain.
Well, I don't know what to do now. All right, Dawn.
Tell us about Muriel Uncluttered.
Muriel
about
Uncluttered.
your vision and why you want the show.
I want to have the show. I started a business a while back. I'm old. I guess I shouldn't say my age. What do I care? I'm 62 years old. I've been selling things all of my life. I had an accident in 2006, and I hurt myself, or 2009. I don't know. I hurt myself very badly, and I also was sick. I needed help in my home. Somebody from my apartment building, I lived in New York City, came upstairs and helped me clean up the blood and all of the other stuff. And when I went into my bathroom, I had a wicker wastebasket, and she put in the neighborhood grocery store bag. And I thought, oh, come on, I'm sick, and I have white bags. I'm okay. And I looked. You can all guess where I was. I stood up and I looked, and in the bottom of this grocery store bag was a logo. And having come from the logo business, I saw that the logo was pretty. I mean, the logo wasn't particularly pretty, but the colors popped out, and they were right in the bottom. And I also was changing my life. I had decided to change my life many years before that, so the accident was really, it really took its toll on me, to tell you the truth. And, and I looked at this and I said, well, how can I make this work? How can I make a decorative trash bag for the trash? Diapers have diapers have characters on them. Your paper towels have patterns on them. Let's see, toilet paper can have patterns on it. Everything can have a pattern on it. Why are we ignoring the lowly little waste paper basket liner, which, by the way, is biodegradable plastic? So I had come from a business called the promotional advertising business, and I knew where to go to have things made, and I went about going to people, can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? Of course, I got a lot of no's, and I pursued this because I'm like a dog with a bone. And I really am. And I got this.
You have no idea.
It's bad. Muriel Uncluttered is not true. Not true. This can be Muriel Unleashed.
There you go.
Oh, God. I was just afraid to call it that. Yeah, I was really afraid to go for it. So anyway, I finally got a man on the phone. We spoke for a very long time, and he wasn't going to do it. And I said, well, a month has gone by. I'll call this guy again, and I'll really nudge him. case you didn't know, I'm Jewish. So I called the man again, and the man says, you know, I've been thinking about you, and I'm going to take on this project with you. And so I started with, actually, I don't know if they can see.
Yes.
Oh, well, it's shiny, so you can't. This is a plastic bag. I mean, I have different ones. They're patterned. This is a gold gingham. We use them for trash bags, and if you turn them right side in, because they're folded inside out, in this package, I'm trying to figure out the camera. Here's my guest. We have lots of different patterns. We have there are 10 of these in this package, and I found another woman in my apartment building. I knew all my neighbors, and she had been designing for a towel company or a sheeting company for many, many years. She was their designer, so she got me an artist. So the artist drew me renderings, and from the renderings, we made plates, and then we went into this business, and it's called designer liners, and they are just plain, pretty, decorative trash bags.
They
They're
are
biodegradable.
beautiful.
They're very nice.
And let me
we
tell you
give to
something.
charities. We give to. I'm trying to give back. I'm trying to
these
make the
different
world a prettier
patterns.
place. I had a time.
The
Here,
patterns,
these are for you anyway.
thank you. The patterns are incredible. And just when you think you don't need them,
Hello. Hi, Mike.
line your waste paper baskets with whatever plastic bag you have at home. And then line another one with these beautiful bags, which is what happened to me. I think I put it on our show, the before and after. The difference is remarkable. When you walk in, you can smile, even at your waste paper basket, and you go, wow, this is really pretty. It does. It dresses your mess.
It dresses your mess. I took a picture today of this basket with just paper in it, and it really looked terrible. It really looked awful. I was in another doctor's office.
So how did
More
Muriel
than
Uncluttered
doctors.
come to be? So you have designer liners, and you were in the promotional business, and I remember getting a phone call from you not so long ago and says, I'd like to have my own radio show because I want to share my story. And I think there are businesses, and then there are businesses with the story. And your story is more than these beautiful bags. You shared your story. And I think once we know that someone's backstory, you understand the mission better of the product. And that's why I'm so glad you shared that. A little bit of what it was.
I can share more of that. My friend Larry is here. Why don't we go to commercial? Let's
Great
get
idea.
set up here, and we'll set Larry up, and then we'll do what we do.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, swap out the set, and you'll get to meet Larry. We'll be right back.
Add that extra wow factor to your home or office wastebaskets with designer liners. Designer liners will turn an everyday home item into the pinnacle of decor at an affordable price. Available in a variety of prints from polka dots, zigzags to paisley. Dare to dream bigger with custom designer liners for your charity fundraiser or a company logo. Reusable as basket decor liners or gift bags, and made in the USA. Designer liners will enhance any home or office. Get yours today at designerliners.com or wastebaskets.com. That's designerliners with an S.com.
You've been listening to Muriel Uncluttered, brought to you by Designer Liners, a wastebasket liner that will help you smile at your very own mess. Order today at 561-419-8791. Go to Amazon.com, type in Designer Liners, and you can order directly from there. Now let's get back to the program. Everybody, I have as my very first guest on the set here, I have Dr. Lawrence Levy, who we call Doc Larry. And Larry is a good friend of mine, and I always like to travel with a psychiatrist. There's always a reason for me to have a psychiatrist.
I'm a psychologist.
Okay.
My office is in Boca, and I'm going to talk about designer liners because I remember the story you told me about how you created them. And it was interesting because I'm always fascinated by creative people who figure out stuff. Oh, could you tell me again, remind me the story, how you discovered these things?
I didn't discover them, I invented them.
And how did you
I
invent
made them up because I had seen somebody used a grocery store bag and put it in my waste paper basket in my New York City apartment. And I didn't like that. It didn't look nice to me. So, but then I looked at it and I said, well, wait a minute. I make logos. I make things pretty. I'll put your name on something. I'll make you T-shirts. I'll make you lapel pins. I'll make you anything. Why don't I decorate the inside of a plastic bag? Because we all know that everything happens on the inside. If the inside is all messed up and cluttered and messy, nothing really gets done. You're too busy chasing the clutter.
These are bigger than the other size you gave me, the free ones you gave me.
I have 3 sizes in the
I
beginning.
didn't know that. I would have
I
asked
knew
for
it'd be
these.
fun. Told you it'd be fun.
Look at
Larry,
that.
I'll give you big ones.
Paisley ones.
Okay, we'll give you the bandana ones.
Oh, cool.
I have bandana ones.
So
And
how,
we're making peace signs, everybody. Very cool peace signs.
so how did you come up
And
with
so
the
I
idea
went
again?
back to my manufacturers, of which I had a gazillion, and I called the people that would make the plastic bags for me with the logo on the outside. Now I'm giving my trade secret away. This is not that bright. I said to them, can you make this for me and put the logo on the inside? And they all said no, except for one guy. And he originally said no, and then I called him back because I can be a pest. And I called him back. He said, I was thinking of you. I was just going to call you.
Well,
And he wanted to do it. And
that's
so
wonderful.
all the things that, everything was neat and organized, but I was home recuperating. You know, I had hurt myself really, really very badly. I hurt my hip. We did not know at the time that my hip was hurt, and that's how it happened. So I was injured, and then I fell, and all kinds of blood and stuff. But anyway, so I was home, and I was quiet, and I was doing one thing at a time. So if it was the day for the imprint day, I had the imprint people come in. If it was the day for the plastic bag people, I went to New Jersey. And then it all came together. I had to do it one thing at a time. One breath at a time was all I could do.
So in my private practice in Boca Raton, often I have college kids come to me and they have no motivation. They don't see the point of why they're studying in school. What advice would you give, for example, to a young woman who said, I don't know what I want to be. How can I be successful like you, Muriel?
You could be successful like you, little one. You can't be me.
I mean, no, but how? What will you tell her about drive, about ideas, about creativity? Because one of the things I like about hearing your story is how you didn't know the answers of how to do it, but you called up, you found somebody who could manufacture it for you, you pushed for the idea.
How did I do it? I don't know. I wouldn't know how to tell anybody how to be me. I wouldn't even inflict it on anybody. I have no children. I didn't want them having this problem. I suppose that what it is, you have to have a dream. You have to follow what it is that you want to do. I didn't want to live in corporate life. I once took a job with a computer, I swear to God, in the garment industry in New York.
Right.
This is when nobody knew the word computer. So the man said, go to your desk. So I went to my desk. There's this great big white box. No one turns it on. So I sat in front of the box. I thought that was my job. I had no idea. And nobody said to me, hey, you're just sitting in front of a box. You have to turn that on. I sat there for 8 hours and went home. So I thought, this is very boring. And then the next day I went there and I was invited to go to the theater by my father. So he told me to leave work early. Work ethic was not so good for me. He said, you have to leave work early because we have theater tickets. I said, but you told me to get a job. He said, well, you have to leave early now and get dressed. So when I said to the man, I have to leave early because I'm going to see this, he said, well, don't come back. And I was really happy
They
about
fired you because you didn't know how to use their old computer.
it. Was a brand new computer. I didn't know what a computer was. I had no idea. I had a Rolodex. I had a day planner. I had
Rolodex
pens.
and day planners are words that I don't think people know anymore.
Well, they're probably not listening to this. They're probably asleep. I mean, I don't really quite understand.
Rolodex.
I had a Rolodex.
I remember those.
I think when I moved, I left it there. I shouldn't have. My husband made me leave things behind that I didn't want to leave behind.
And now everything is on your
I was just thinking.
contact list on your iPhone.
Yeah, everything's on my contact list. I'm actually looking for something that I really need. So, I would say, what would I say? I would say I didn't want to work in the corporate world. I just didn't understand how to sit in one place for 8 hours all day long, doing the same repetitive stuff all the time. even though this becomes redundant. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you and say every day is like, great, and the orders are flooding in, and like I'm like the greatest thing that ever happened. But it keeps me on my toes. It got me on the got me on the radio. Got you on the radio.
I am.
Yeah, we're on the radio there, and we're not in New York. And so this business started in New York in my apartment. And now it lives in its apartment down here in Boca, and my bags are Boca babes. Yeah.
I'm waiting. I watch QVC every day, hoping to see you.
Problem
Here,
with
selling
QVC, from your mouth to God's ears, I should get that big. But we've been in Bed Bath & Beyond, and we have been in Walmart. We just had somebody that was working with us that didn't go the extra mile, and it always takes an extra mile.
You're
Takes
the
an
first
extra
person I
phone
know
call.
who's on Amazon. So I feel really great. The first time I saw your product on sale on Amazon's website, I said, wow, now I know somebody famous.
And I know somebody famous. I'm going to give a shout out to a friend of mine whose daughter wrote a book that Reese Witherspoon now has on her book list for February. It's supposed to be a beautiful story, and my friend's daughter wrote it. Very happy for her.
And what's the name of the book?
I don't remember. Something the light. Let in the light. Give me my iPhone. All my information's in my iPhone that doesn't work.
Well, I don't remember anybody's phone numbers anymore without my iPhone.
My mother didn't remember phone. Well, my mother had Alzheimer's, so she just did the speed dial thing. If you were on speed dial, you got that phone call.
My dad got a letter from AT&T, and the letter said, "Dear sir, we are upgrading our towers to 3G. You must get rid of your phone. It's too old, and it's slowing down the whole neighborhood." My father was humiliated. He was very upset by this. I had to go out and find an old-style candy bar phone for him. Because
What's a candy bar phone?
It's the phone that's not a flip phone. It's just a regular bar phone,
like the princess phone.
Well, no, not the one that plugs in. It was a regular phone, a regular cell
Princess phone with buttons on the inside.
Right, an old cell phone. I had to find a cell phone for him that was
a cell phone.
that was upgraded. That was a 3G cell phone because AT&T actually sent him a letter asking him to upgrade. My father's lack of advanced technology was slowing down the whole neighborhood, and we've corrected
It's
that.
his fault I don't know how to use this. I was there.
Yeah.
No, I'm not technically inclined. I said to my nephew when my computer died, I had the world's worst first computer. I had an IBM with the Millennium program. The person who got this for me thought they got a great deal, right? Thing never worked. So not only didn't I know how to work this thing, but it was broken. So when it broke and it was really dying and I needed every bit of information that I was able to get in, I called my nephew, who is an absolute genius. He's studying physics. Nothing like his aunt. I don't know, but I found out about that anyway. Anyway, so I called...
My first computer was an Apple II Plus in 1981, and that was before anybody knew. If I had only understood that I should buy stock in Apple at the same time, it had 48K of memory. For those of you out there, my cell phone has more memory. 48K of memory, and you had to record and save programs on cassette tape. And someplace I sold it, I paid $5,000 for it in 1981 and sold it about 6 years later for I think $200. And I'm not sure if it was worth even that much at the time. But that's how old
And
I
they
am
probably
with
bought it
computers.
for relic reasons.
Relic reasons, yeah.
I bought my first fax machine from a friend of mine who was selling fax machines, and it was a one-sheeter. I paid $2,000 for it. It was a Ricoh machine. Is Ricoh in business?
Oh, they still are. They just, I think, do industrial stuff.
You're getting more cluttered.
Well, I get more cluttered. But when I talk to Larry, we talk about a lot of things.
We need to unclutter her.
Well, that's the reason I now use like an e-fax thing. So e-fax is great. It's great. It's whatever the company is, the faxes come in, I get an email, and I don't have faxes, paper running around. But
You could be my husband, Michael, who prints the paper, too. And
Well-
3 different sets of it.
when I get another offer to have new roofing or new paving or to sell the X-rays, it's amazing how much junk mail I get to fax.
You know what I'm going to do for our next show? I'm going to show you clutter. I'm going to show you all. I'm going to go on TV, or I'm putting it on the video. I'm going to video Michael's office. That's what I'm doing. I want you to see what's in that quiet little mind. A field day you'd have. A field day, Larry.
People who are cluttered are more creative.
He's not so creative.
He's incredibly creative. Somebody who's a clutterer, they see something like a broken clock, and instead of seeing a piece of garbage that should be thrown out,
That's me.
they will see a piece of art. They'll see something, a project
That's
they work
me.
on. You're creative. I always thought you were creative.
He's not creative.
Of course he's creative.
You should see his room. Oh, my God. Oh, God. When I get mad at him, I go in with the phone and I video it. Tell him I'm glad I'm not him. Because if my head were like that, I'd just blow it up. That'd be it. All right, so
apologize
I think
for
we ought to
laughing.
go to commercial break so we can unclutter this. We were kind of all over. But that's what this is all about. It's just a program of talking and trying to unclutter it by the end.
And if you want your garbage bags to be beautiful and your garbage to be lovely, here it is. Designer liners.
Larry's my spokesman. I love him. We'll be right back, everybody.
Add that extra wow factor to your home or office wastebaskets with designer liners. Designer liners will turn an everyday home item into the pinnacle of decor at an affordable price. Available in a variety of prints from polka dots, zigzags to paisley. Dare to dream bigger with custom designer liners for your charity fundraiser or a company logo. Reusable as basket decor liners or gift bags and made in the USA. Designer liners will enhance any home or office. Get yours today at designerliners.com or wastebaskets.com. That's designerliners with an S.com.
You've been listening to Muriel Uncluttered, brought to you by Designer Liners, a wastebasket liner that will help you smile at your very own mess. Order today at 561-419-8791. Go to Amazon.com, type in Designer Liners, and you can order directly from there. Now let's get back to the program. Look at that picture. Hi, Larry.
Hi, how are you, Muriel? I'm here still.
Hi, Larry. I'm really glad to
Hi.
hear that. Guys, listen, if you want to get in touch with me, if you want to come on the show, if you have something to say, first I'd like to say out loud that I'm not really uncluttered. I mean, I'm a very cluttered person. I'm always in my head thinking about things. I'm always talking to people, trying to calm myself down and work on the solution of the day, of the night, I'm just always thinking. And creative people, Larry says, drop something and they see art.
Well, creative people will see possibilities. They'll see a broken electric mixer, and instead of seeing garbage, they'll say, I could fix this. I could use this to make a robot. I can make art out of this.
My nephew does that.
Makes robots?
He makes things.
What
He
does he
always
make?
did from the time he's a baby. I'm telling you, this kid's getting his doctorate in physics.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know what he's doing. Nobody knows what he's doing in the family, but he's getting his doctorate in something, and he makes things.
That's really cool. He's probably making big things that use a lot of electricity and
Yeah,
making
he's
noises.
a very nice boy. He's nice.
But you know, it's something about being cluttered is very interesting because a lot of people I know who are cluttered, they just don't get stuff done. They get so wrapped up in the mess that's around them that they never finish projects.
Well, I think that's the point that Dawn is trying to make here, is that this was a start-to-finish prototype when I went to my first client.
Uh-huh.
I was able to do that because I said to myself, this is your only project. If this is my only project and I have to get one piece of paper to wrap inside of my one basket to see how it's going to look so that I can take the next step to have the designs made for me by the artist because all the money came out of my pocket.
Was it fun?
It was a great time.
So we
It was
having so much
nerve-wracking.
fun. Yeah, because it's you're investing your soul in this. But what is that?
I like the bandana one.
I do like the bandana.
If you want to reach me, ladies and gentlemen, right now you can call in. I'd really love that. We need a little help here. You can call in at 888-565-1470. And I think I'm going to play a little game that the third person that calls in gets a package of designer liners, a multi-pack.
What was that number?
That number was 888-565-1470. You can tune in on 95.3 FM, and you can tune in on 1470 AM. I think that's all we are. And we're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. And we're on Facebook.
I'm Muriel Uncluttered.
Oh, at Muriel Uncluttered.
MurielUncluttered.com.
I didn't even know I had that.
Oh, no, really? Oh, Muriel.
Oh, just Muriel Uncluttered. I'm on my Facebook page now? Oh, I didn't know that.
That's wonderful.
I told my brother the wrong thing. He's going to think I'm a real jerk. But he already does. It's okay. He's a lawyer. He says,
So
Muriel,
what other projects?
how can you use the word uncluttered? I said, because I'm not a lawyer.
That's right.
There you go.
So what other projects, creative projects, do you have in play?
I'm still working on this project.
Oh, really?
Help. Help. Third caller, I said, calls in and gets a package of designer liners. I'm waiting.
And what's inside this package here?
There are 10 different, one of each pattern.
I'd like to read it. Can I read it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me put these on here.
He's having fun, Larry. I'm so glad Larry's having fun.
Designer liners, waist basket bags come in polka dots, ginghams. What's this word here? Toiles?
Toile.
What's a toile?
A toile is this. This is toile.
How am I supposed to know what a toile is?
Because you're supposed to be educated.
I play words with friends all the time, and nobody's ever used toile.
It's a French design, isn't it? Or is it English? French. It's a French design. It's
That's a
French
toile?
That's a toile. It's supposed to tell a story.
Oh, okay. Leopards, I know what a leopard is.
Toile is supposed to tell a story.
Zigzags, here's another one.
But it tells a story.
Tattersall.
It tells a story in pattern.
What is a tattersall?
Take out the black and white one. Uh-oh, Michael didn't put in the tattersall. One thing I asked him to do, one of each pattern.
Zigzag, I've got a zigzag here.
And now if they don't fit your baskets, what you do is you just take the corners, put them in, make it neat, and then when you look inside of this, where is this? Where's this camera? There's that camera. Oh, there you are. And you look in here, and you walk in your bathroom. I didn't do this neatly, but you walk in your bathroom, and you smile. It's pretty. You're finished. When you set, I know when I set the table, when I'm having company, I even have my name on here. When I set the table, when you set the table, Dawn, don't you always go back to the table or to the mirror with your makeup and do a little bit more? Every single time. So this is exactly what this feels like to me. It's like the last finishing touch. So when you think you're all done decorating, think that you're not and call designer liners. And I'm happy to send you packages. We're at Amazon.com. Just put in the letters designerliners.com with an S. Don't forget the S or you'll go somewhere else. I don't like the computer. And we will happily ship out packages to you. And we sell bulk to stores if you're listening. Any stores listening?
And you work with foundations?
I do work for foundations. We also, we give small, we're a very small company so far, but we do give charity. I give to the City of Hope.
Private logos?
I do private logos. Oh, you want me to say that? Where's my flyer? He didn't bring the flyer, he didn't bring the tattersall. He's chewing candy. Okay, next week we'll bring the flyer. We'll leave the candy home. We'll leave Michael home.
Can a foundation do their own?
Yeah. All right, anything can be done on these. Anything can be done on these. If you want your company's name on these, all we have to do is make a screen, and we can do what they call a step and repeat. I'm giving away my business. A step and repeat pattern, and you can have these in your bathrooms. I mean, I know it seems incidental and maybe costly, but people have to work in a nice workplace.
All the details make a difference.
It's all in the detail.
It's all in the detail.
All in the detail.
It's like an accessory. That one little bracelet,
that's right.
One watch,
right?
The designer liner, it makes the room.
That's right. It does, and it goes in the baby's room. It goes in if you keep a wastebasket in your bedroom, in your bathroom. I mean, I own them, and I don't put my dirty eggshells in them. I mean, they're a little costly for that. It's $10 for a bag of 10.
Where do you put your eggshells?
In the grocery store bags like everyone else. I'm not dumb. I just figured out another way to do it. We need alternatives. And I figured out an alternative. And believe it or not, the market is starting to really come my way.
Well, they're pretty, and I think that they do take something that you picked up at Bed Bath & Beyond or IKEA and makes it a little bit nicer.
Well, you can buy something anywhere for very inexpensive and you can make it pretty. I mean, not everybody has the money to go out and buy the marble, waste paper basket for their bathroom or wants to spend the money that other people do.
On a marble one.
On a marble.
Do you have a marble designer lighter?
No, I don't. Should I?
I think that if you have the toilet and the leopard, why not? Toile? Oh.
Toilet. That's a toilet.
Gingham.
It's gingham.
Paisley.
And we're making gingham in powder blue and baby pink for the babies. A lot of babies being born.
Mm-hmm. That happens usually after blackouts in New York. And I remember growing up in New York, whenever there was a winter storm, a snowstorm, there are always loads of babies about 9 months later. I never understood how that happens.
Because there was no light, nothing else to do.
Oh.
Well, we had a blackout when we moved down here, when we had Irma down here. Mm-hmm. We had a blackout. We immediately lost our lights, our phones. Mm-hmm. There was air conditioning in the hallway, so I opened up the terrace door 2 inches. And I had the air conditioning from the hallway come in and blow through the house. I opened all the windows in all of the different rooms a little bit so that it was a little cool because it was windy. And we had a lovely time.
And are we going to repeat the phone number again?
888. No one's calling. No one even knows I'm here. 888-565.
They'll find you.
888. Walgreens girls, are you there? 888. I told them I was going to be here. 565-1470. Again, that's 888-565-1470. So, tell us about New York. When's the last time you were in the city?
Oh, a long time ago. It's one of my nieces and nephew's bar mitzvah. Really? No, I was for a wedding. That's what it was, on Long Island.
But you don't know where you were on Long Island.
Man, well, I grew up never going outside of the Belt Parkway. So as far as I'm concerned, it's Manhattan and Brooklyn, and that's it.
Larry and I have had this discussion once before. I grew up on Long Island, and Larry grew up in the city.
Inside the Belt Parkway. Yeah.
Inside the Belt Parkway. Yeah. I went to Peter Luger's there.
To where?
Peter Luger.
Oh, really?
And Lundy's.
Oh.
Lundy's.
No, I'm just a Brooklyn kid, man. All I got is Sabre in the street corners.
No.
And pizza.
Well, Freddie and I are thinking about bringing Papaya King down here.
I never believed I would get to that place where I'll be old enough to begin saying things like, I remember when Larry's Pizza on Avenue M put a paper plate in front of the neon, and the neon said 25 cents, and this paper plate said 35 cents, because he raised the price of pizza for 35 cents. And I still remember that. Now I'm paying $5 for a delicious slice of pizza around the corner for here.
Where do you go?
Where do I go? I don't know if it's $5 or less, but I love Pizza Time.
Me too. Their lasagna is awesome.
Really? I like their eggplant, and they have the best New York style pizza in the area.
Well, now we know where to go for dinner.
There's another place in Fort Lauderdale that I like, but man, they make really great eggplant.
Okay, eggplant what?
They just sell the eggplant breaded and made up, and their eggplant parm is great.
All right.
That's the way I judge. Oh, listen, there are a couple of ways I judge a pizza joint. It's there's regular cheese pizza, and it's their eggplants.
Michael, what's the name of the pizza in the city on 80th Street and 1st?
Italian Village.
Italian Village.
In Manhattan.
Authentic, regular, old-fashioned pizza with actual cheese.
Well,
what is that?
You make us laugh all the time.
Yeah.
The last summer, my girlfriend and I took her niece down to Manhattan, and it was his first time.
It's not down to Manhattan. First of all, you're going up to New York.
Oh, you're right. It's the other way around.
Helping.
Okay. So we went up to New York, and we walked down on the west side, and we stopped at every pizza place we could find, got one slice, tasted it, and we went from every. It was a fantastic run of just pizza places in Manhattan, and it's amazing.
That's what you did?
It was fun. And when I grew up, they didn't have all the halal trucks, so we had pizza and halal food in the streets of Manhattan. Halal is to Muslims what kosher is to Jews. So it's rice and meat, and it was delicious. They got trucks every street corner. And here's the thing. No two guys are selling the exact same thing.
Because they make it differently.
Yeah, they make it differently. But it's like, man, street food in New York is great.
It is. You know where I took Michael on one of our first dates?
Where, to Disneyland?
No, I took him to Papaya King.
Oh, Papaya King.
I took him right to Papaya King. I said, honey, you want to be with me, you have to eat right.
Oh, that was
We went
great.
right for the dogs. I think I'm going to bring Papaya King down here also.
Oh, God, you're going to get a franchise and open up in
I think I'd
Boca?
like to. Oh, yeah.
Boca's first Papaya King, because this place is
But
filled
Junior's is here. Why shouldn't Papaya King?
You're right.
You see?
But this place is filled with New Yorkers. They will go to Papaya King just for the memory.
Oh, yeah.
And then we could get the Papaya King to make sure that they have designer liners in their bathrooms.
Everybody's going to have designer liners one day because someone's just going to copy me.
Right.
I'm sitting here giving away every secret I tried to keep secret
We need
until
two more
this very
phone
night.
calls. 2 more phone calls.
No one
to
called.
the package.
No one called. L? That's my brother.
Maybe they didn't write the number down. We have to repeat it to them.
Elliot? 888-565-1470. Larry, this is fun. There's really not that much to say about designer liners other than they're pretty.
And
if you have ideas for patterns, I'm open to ideas. I'm open to a dialogue on Muriel Uncluttered at Facebook. Listen, I think that the trick in the trade, for any trade, is to listen and to learn. I like to go into a meeting where everybody is quiet and they raise their hand. I think there should be decorum all over the place because it works better. Everybody has to talk one at a time, and mostly I do the talking.
That's why she's uncluttered.
Well, I leave it for you to figure out.
I confess how nervous I am on the radio. It's just an amazing thing that my whole life I used to listen to FM radio in New York City in the 1970s as a kid. There's a guy.
Larry, you were 10.
Not in the 70s. Well, I was 10. You're right. But there was a radio station I liked. No, wait, I wasn't 10. I was 10.
What were you, 12? You weren't
12. But when I was 12 and I listened to FM radio in New York City in the days of album rock. And there was a guy, I can't remember, Alex Bennett. I loved listening to that guy on FM. And
my brother did that. He still has that radio up to his ear.
Really? And this was my favorite all-night DJ. He would talk and talk and talk.
What is that with you guys?
Pardon me?
That would drive me insane.
He was interesting.
How'd you go to sleep? My brother did this to go to sleep.
The radio on. I used to listen to the talk radio, a New York station.
Yeah.
But all those stations are gone, and now all I do is listen.
I can do all the jingles. I bet Dawn can too. I heard what you did today. Coconut, yeah. I remembered it.
That was
you put
Nielsen.
The line in the coconut.
Nielsen.
Who was that? Yeah, it was. It was. How do you remember that?
Because I had him on an 8-track tape player. And my dad had a caddy with an 8-track player. And it was the greatest thing to sit in that car with an 8-track.
Did you drive it?
Once.
They were good. They had 12 cylinders.
Really?
That was a fast car.
But it was like a boat. My dad's car, Cadillac, you had to count to make it go around turns in the streets of New York. It was a huge car. There was space in there for at least 3-4 bodies in the trunk.
I know.
You take them out to Queens.
My stepfather had one. He had the big one, and he smoked cigars, and he would try to see how many cigar ashes he could get till it would topple onto the floor. So I said, well, I'll do that with my cigarettes. So we had the filthiest ashtrays, both of us, until my mother came out and wanted to know what we were doing. And he came to my defense. He said, Audrey, we go over bumps. We drive on parkways. If the ashes don't come out, we're good. I had clothes in my car. Bad. I looked like I was running away all the time, but I wasn't going anywhere.
Were you cluttered?
Oh, my God. That cluttered me so badly, I'm still fighting my way out of it. Oh, God, those 70s. I don't remember most of it, but I know that it's probably better. There's something on Facebook, if you remember the 70s, you weren't high enough or something like that. There was some crazy thing.
Because when I think about the 70s, I think about Patty Hearst.
What did you think about Patty Hearst? There was so many other good things going.
What? She was important in the 70s.
Oh, my God. I was still going to camp. I was. If my camp were open now, I would be gone.
I wondered about that. Do kids bring cell phones to camp?
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember all the 14, 15-year-old girls who were smoking cigarettes.
So I learned to smoke.
At summer camp, yeah.
They're in Hebrew school.
Right.
Hebrew school, big smoking.
Right, yeah. Back in the day, that's what they did.
I didn't learn a word of Hebrew.
You didn't?
Well, not a word. Not even Aleph or anything like that. No. Smoking in the bathroom.
That was it.
Yep. I was smoking in the bathroom.
That's right. That is a song.
No, it's smoking in the boys' room.
Well, that's what it is.
In the boys' room. He's easy to trick. So we're having fun here on Uncluttered, Muriel Uncluttered. I don't even know the name of it, but we're having fun. This is our very first show. And if you've just tuned in, I'm sorry, this is a very cluttered show. I really just used the word uncluttered because I aspire to be uncluttered. I aspire to be clear and concise and understood by people so they don't tell me things about myself that I really don't want to hear. Their opinion of me is none of my business. I'd like to keep it that way. So I try to mind my P's and Q's. Go ahead, Larry, read the number.
Here it is. Whatever you're doing right now, watching that YouTube video, playing on Facebook, chatting with people you don't know, go old school and call us up on this radio station, 95.3 FM or 1470 AM. 888-565-1470. You could join us and have loads of fun in our random world talking about designer liners. What life
And
is.
Larry's video. Don't you have something on the internet, Doctor?
No, I don't have a video.
You
on
don't
internet.
have a doc on call or a doc answering kind of thing?
Oh, no, that's a different story.
I think you do.
Oh, yeah. No, this is
And
very
I want
interesting.
the people to know that. That's
Oh,
why
no,
I
this is an
invited
interesting
you
thing.
on.
So you can't escape technology. And I began working for a company called Talkspace, TALKSPACE.com. And it's really interesting.
Is it as good as sublet.com? Because that's where I met Michael.
Oh, really? No, it's a different purpose here. But what's really cool is
What was that?
A lot of people, either they can't afford to go into therapy or they don't have insurance that covers it. So this is all web-based. And what happens is you sign up for it, you get a room where only your therapist has access to it, and I communicate with people twice a day, and they're people from all over Florida because my licensure is here. And it's just technology go that way. I've always wanted, by the way, this is a funny thing.
Explain more how these people can get to you, because people
Well, they go to that website.
want what you have.
Well, since this is going out to the internet, you get assigned a therapist based upon the state you're in. But it's go to that website and just follow the instructions. But basically, it's a teletherapy. It's therapy done online. And somebody has access to a room, a secure room where they could type or leave voice messages.
Who's the someone? I'm the patient?
Oh, patients out there.
Patients.
A client out there can access this, and they can access the room 24/7. Right?
Where's the room?
It's a virtual room in space on the
So
internet.
you could really be anywhere. You could be on the subway
It could
talking
be
to a
anywhere.
shrink.
Somebody could be on the subway with their iPhone leaving a
I
message.
bring my shrink everywhere.
Well, you're a lucky girl. But they could send messages anytime, day or night, and the therapist logs in, depending upon your plan, once or twice a day. And I've had people leave voice messages, photographs of their dogs, talk to me about what's going on. But it's just how technology fills in a gap for a lot of people. And it's convenient because you don't have to schedule an appointment. But this company they're advertising all the time on television now. And I really love working for them because I've been able to connect with more clients than I could through other forms of therapy. And that's where things are going to go. And I've actually...
Is it a crisis line? If somebody's
No,
in
not crisis at all. It's not crisis at all. It's for people who
What
want...
happens if somebody is in a 12-step program and they're about to do something that maybe they didn't really want to do, but they thought at the moment they wanted to do
Well,
it?
there are different things. When I've had people who are in 12-step in recovery...
Well, I'm asking you this for a reason,
Go
really.
ahead.
If they're calling you twice a day, they must be new at recovering from something. They're
Well,
recovering somewhere in their life.
Well, this isn't
in their
necessarily
soul.
for recovery. I get people who are anxiety, relationship issues, family issues, who are struggling with trying to understand themselves, who just want to have contact with a professional who will listen to them. So people come with all sorts of life problems. But the typical problems are a lot of people who watch too much online pornography, and a lot of people who do have substance abuse problems. And part of it is that they have access to something, like what I'll tell somebody who's in early recovery is, write down every time, no matter day or night, when you have an urge to use. Just write it down. It interrupts their cycle of automatically using. So when I go look in there, we see the list. We see the times. So it's a way of helping somebody, and I do a lot of cognitive behavioral work with people. It's helping people organize and unclutter their minds, organize their thoughts. But what I like about it is the convenience of it for clients. I've also traveled and been in other countries, had internet access, and been able to work with my clients. But the company is called Talkspace.
Talkspace.com?
Talkspace.com.
TALKSPACE.com? I think that's very interesting. I'm going to do it. I've been going to a 12-step program for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
And since I'm down here, I'm pretty much lost without it. So I have to go make new friends, and I don't want it. I feel like I'm going back to school. So I think that what you're doing is marvelous. Obviously, I would be one of the people, what you're doing is terrific. I think that more should be spoken about. I mean, this happened because I was clean. I was no longer doing the things that would prevent me from seeing things clearly, the way that I see things clearly. I just thought to myself, why did this woman, on top of everything else, put a garbage bag in my garbage pail when I have the Glad underneath? And I was really upset about this. And then when I looked, I saw that it was pretty. and I was in a terrible state. I was very sick.
Was it an A&P supermarket bag?
No, it was a Morton Williams from 2nd Avenue and 47th, 8th Street. Morton Williams, it was. Black and red logo. But I can't shop there anymore. I didn't like that store anymore.
Oh, we're down here.
Yep. Good store here.
In Boca Raton.
Yeah. I moved down here 2 years. 2 years plus. We're down here. October will be 3 years. I don't know what month it is.
And what do you like? What do you like most about living in Boca?
Nothing right now. What do I like about?
Yeah.
I like the suburban life. I lived in the city for a long time. I lived in the city from the time I was 22 or 3 until I was 60.
I miss subway trains.
No, I don't miss the subway.
Really? I love the subway trains.
I like the bus.
I never traveled the bus. I love the subways. What do you like about the bus?
I'll tell you the truth. I was really so sick, I couldn't get down the steps safely. I was going to hurt somebody or they were going to hurt me. So I stopped using the subway. But when I was really in a rush, I took my chances. But I ended up just leaving myself enough time for the bus.
So when I visited New York...
I knew the bus drivers.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
When I visited New York the last time...
I gave them all designer liners.
Did you really?
I gave designer liners to everybody in New York City. And I made these, and at first I thought, well, this is going to happen right away. I better make them big enough for Costco. So I put 75 in a box, and I bought the box, and I put the logo on the box, and I did the whole thing. It's all professional. I showed it to my father. I said, Dad, isn't this the cutest thing you've ever seen? And he said to me, no, daughter, you are. That's the nicest thing.
That is adorable.
Isn't that the nicest thing?
But you know what I think we should do?
What?
I think we should give the third caller a bag of designer liners.
Maybe it'll be my father.
888-565-1470.
Nothing. How come nobody knows I'm here?
Because they're all watching Twitch, playing video games.
They're probably watching Law & Order.
I love that show.
I watch Law & Order all weekend.
I like Ice-T.
I love Ice-T. I don't like his wife.
I've never met her.
Oh, she's got fake things, and they have that little baby that dresses funny. The baby wears designer clothes with its name on it. Not my style. I'm more of a gingham kind of mom.
Do you have gingham? Oh, you do have gingham.
I do have gingham.
There is a gingham.
I'm a little preppy.
It's a gold gingham. How much of the gold gingham is preppy? I
Well,
think
the gold gingham was for the holidays. I wanted something to depict holiday season, a gift for you. You took your bandana off. Like I bought Dawn a pink bandana today. Tiara, I mean. Oh, I was thinking bandana bag. See, she has a pink bandana.
It looks lovely.
I decorate everything.
I read about, was it...
She likes sparkles.
Oh, really? The
Sparkle
sparkles are
plenty.
good. That's good.
Everyone's wondering what you're looking at.
I'm looking at...
Commercial break.
Why don't we take a commercial break? Bring us to break, Larry.
I'll see you after the commercial break.
Okay. Hit it.
Add that extra wow factor to your home or office wastebaskets with designer liners. Designer liners will turn an everyday home item into the pinnacle of decor at an affordable price. Available in a variety of prints from polka dots, zigzags to paisley. Dare to dream bigger with custom designer liners for your charity fundraiser or a company logo. Reusable as basket decor liners or gift bags. And made in the USA, designer liners will enhance any home or office. Get yours today at designerliners.com or wastebaskets.com. That's designerliners with an S.com. From time to time, this program engages in contesting for prize giveaways. A listener must call into the radio station talk line and be a specific caller or answer a trivia question as specified by the show host to be awarded the prize. The contest duration is the length of the program itself. Winners may be limited to one winner per address and or phone number every 3 months. All listeners are eligible for prizes. Prizes do not exceed a value of $325. The prizes are provided by the show, and the delivery of the prizes is the sole responsibility of the program itself and not the radio station or the Beasley Broadcast Group.
You've been listening to Muriel Uncluttered, brought to you by Designer Liners, a wastebasket liner that will help you smile at your very own mess. Order today at 561-419-8791. Go to Amazon.com, type in Designer Liners, and you can order directly from there. Now let's get back to the program. It's in my shirt. Oh, whoa, I was pointing at myself. I want everybody to say hello to my husband, Michael. Say hello, Michael.
Hi, glad to be here.
Michael, you drove here.
I drove here.
Michael is actually the truth of the matter is I wouldn't have this business if it weren't for Michael. Michael makes this whole thing uncluttered. That's why his office is cluttered. That's the real truth. His office is cluttered because he runs the business. Because I lost track of how to do it because for me, as opposed to Larry, the internet's in my way.
So you're saying that a good business is a partnership.
Oh, so's a good marriage, all right? So you're a shrink. You got me.
We've got the combination of business and creativity. That's
And
a
a
great
mess.
combination.
And a big mess.
And a mess. Yes.
And a mess.
Yes, my office is very messy.
Can we take pictures of it and put it up?
Of course. Everybody, instead of the pictures, everybody would love to see that.
Or do video?
They'd be amazed.
That would be an interesting radio show. Michael's
Seriously,
office.
you could have like 6 psychiatrists in here take care of them.
Michael's office, yes. So what's really interesting now is when I was a kid, right, back in the 70s.
You weren't a kid in the 70s.
What
You were
was
an
I?
adolescent. I'm older than you.
By like a year. So you go
I'm
to
62. You're not even 60.
We were in high school at the same time.
No, we weren't.
Sure we were. I was a freshman and you were a junior.
I was out. I was in college.
What college?
I was born in 1955. When were you born? Michael will do the math. Don't worry.
59.
Really? You're
He's
Clifford's.
pretty
you're
close.
Oh,
In
you
4
just
years.
4 years.
4 years. We were in
Clifford's
high
age.
school at the same time.
I graduated
You
early.
were cheerleader while I was in nerdy ninth grader.
I graduated early. I went to
I'm
college.
sorry. And we would go to friends' houses with stolen milk crates, those green plastic milk crates with all of the records, the vinyl records there. So
What?
Oh, I was continuing before I was talking about records, vinyl. Kids now, they like vinyl. Why do they like vinyl?
Because I
hate
threw
vinyl.
mine out and the record player.
But you can get one now. A couple.
I threw out
songs.
all the albums.
But I like everything digital. I like
And
having
my
the whole
brother has
everything.
the other albums.
So
and
what
he
am I gonna
stole
do?
them from
I
me.
still have some Pink Floyd all scratched
So
up.
does my brother.
You have a party in your house and you tell people, please, when you dance, don't jump up and down. It'll scratch the record.
What
That's
could have
no
scratched
fun.
up? Why are they good now?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out why kids like vinyl now. But the bands
I
are
don't think
coming
they
out
know
vinyl.
the difference. I really don't. I think it's just a word. I don't
Sounds
think they.
impressive.
I think they just are being retro. They're trying to be, I think they've run out of new stupid ideas.
And you think
I don't think this
LP
generation is all that bright, and I don't think
Oh,
that they
wow.
really. I
But
don't
would they
really
buy
give them much
designer
credit.
liners?
I don't think that. I don't know. Probably not.
Oh.
No, they probably wouldn't know what to do with it. They probably don't have a garbage bill. Seriously, I have not much faith in this generation.
I'm sorry.
No,
Muriel.
really. My
That's
nephew is
funny.
30. He's still in school. I'm worried. He's still in school.
That's right. My sophomore year of college was the best 5 years of my life.
I mean, he's a very nice boy. Don't misunderstand. But what do you do with physics? I mean, the waiter at
you
Chops
build
was
time
the
machines.
waiter at Chops was going to FAU for physics. That's what's going to happen to my nephew.
Oh, they have a good school for that.
I'll tell my nephew he could come down here instead of go to Brown.
He's going to Brown for physics. Oh,
Yeah,
he's
but he's
building.
still in
Yeah.
college. He's 25.
He's more than 25.
Wow.
No, the waiter.
Oh, the waiter's still in college. My nephew's getting his doctorate. He's almost done.
Great. And so what's he going to do?
I have not a clue.
Build a spaceship.
I have no idea what
time
he's going to
machine.
do. He's the cutest thing that ever lived. He says he's very shy. And he says, Aunt Muriel, it's very hard for me when I have to speak. I said, why? He says, I have to think before I speak or I'll sound stupid. I said, no, you won't. You can't sound stupid. You're a very bright boy.
Can I tell you a nerd joke?
Sure.
What's the difference between an introverted and an extroverted physicist?
Jesus, nothing.
The introverted physicist is looking at his own shoes when he's talking to you, and the extroverted physicist is looking at your shoes when he's talking to you.
There you
Now,
go.
I'm sure there's a physicist out there who's very extroverted and a party animal who'll be offended by this.
I think it
It's a
might
nerd
be the
joke.
waiter at Chops. He's a nice kid and cute. Real cute kid.
So you want to make
Well,
a
not the
shidduch?
wrong food.
You want to make a shidduch for him?
I don't know a young enough girl.
Oh.
Really? He's adorable. And he's cute.
Yeah,
He's
cute
not
guy.
such a good waiter, but very cute. What's a physicist?
She's going to be a physicist?
he is.
Oh, that's great.
Didn't you say that?
Yeah. All right, let's take... All right, so where's your daughter?
She lives here.
All right, we'll do this.
Wow.
All right, now I'm doing shidduchs. I'm getting Donna a cat. I'm getting a Papaya King. What are you going to do?
I'll just hang out with you.
Oh, God, that's so nice.
And I'm going to pitch designer liners.
So Muriel's not any more uncluttered. She's now more cluttered because now you've got 3 more jobs.
Yeah, right. But I like to have a lot of jobs as long as they're all separate. I don't mind doing that. But I stopped cooking. I used to cook. I don't cook anymore.
Too many restaurants.
No, you don't eat anything. He eats one thing, Parmesan.
Chicken Parmesan.
Anything
right?
Parmesan.
Veal's usually tough. Got to be chicken.
Anything Parmesan. All right. So, Larry, I want to thank you very much for coming on. Michael, thank you for driving me.
I'll see you later.
Oh, yeah, I'll see you in a minute. Dawn?
As always, keep going. You got time.
Oh, we have
We've got
time.
So I
So
just,
tell me about what else.
well, I discovered a wonderful pho restaurant in West Boca. I love Vietnamese food. My favorite pho restaurant was in Boston. I want to begin writing food reviews for every restaurant in
I think they
Boca.
have Yelp for that.
Oh, that's true. All right. Well, then
You're
I
too
guess I'm
late.
just. I
Just
guess
saying.
I'm just.
Now they know now, if
Stick to
anybody was
Toastmasters.
listening, they all know how to make these now.
No one has the drive that you have, Muriel.
Seriously, and the patience.
Well, I'm sure designer liners will be popular, and next week I'm sure you'll be back.
Either that or somebody will have stolen it from me.
Get designer liners.
You can get designer liners at designerliners.com, at amazon.com. You type in the word designer liners with an S, ERS.com. We have an array of different products. They can be used as gift bags also. These are folded inside out so that the pattern is on the inside. If you fold them right side in, you can put a package in there, and we're selling them that way too. We're actually doing very nicely with that. So it's a gift bag. You don't have to wrap. Just put it in the pretty packaging, and off you go to your friend's house. And the truth of the matter is you could put designer liners in a gift bag and give it as a gift instead of all the other people that are going to be bringing wine and cake and cookies. When you go for dinner, if you know your friends well enough, if they're not just Facebook friends, you know, they may invite you over. What?
Me?
Yeah.
My phone number of my office is 561-210-5125 or levypsychology.com.
See you next week, everybody. Thank you. We are still cluttered, so we'll be back.
We'll always be cluttered.
You will. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that we've shed some light on whatever is cluttering your mind. So take a few minutes today, close your eyes, and listen to the silence. Thanks very much for joining.